Remember when the Boy Scouts were just the Boy Scouts? And then years later, we allowed the girls to come in because the girls clearly didn't have their own troop. Yeah, it's called the Girl Scouts of America.
The Boy Scouts have a standard. You must be a biological boy to be a Boy Scout.
Anyway, so we're done, right? We're good. No. Now they're changing their name to Scouting America to be more inclusive and diverse.
Excuse me, it's ma'am!
AKA allowing the mentally ill to come in. I'm Jazz Berganzo on this. Why can't we have good things? Is that so wrong? And it's what's next. Happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today, wherever you are. Well, remember the Boy Scouts? I do. As a Gen Xer, I actually applied for the Boy Scouts. I joined them, and I didn't last too long. I think it would have been maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. It was a couple of nights a week. You got together with, same age group as your own. You made friends, you did things, you did tasks and what have you. But at the end of the day, it just wasn't for me, and I dropped out. But I give a lot of credit to those who have stayed in there, to those who were Boy Scouts and Eagle Scouts and what have you, and became troop masters, and who became heads of Boy Scout troops. So all cred, tip of the hat to you. That was years ago. Years later, they decided to allow the girls in because for some crazy reason, unknown reason, to me, I just can't figure it out. It's an absolute riddle, a quandary that the Girl Scouts didn't have their own troop. For some reason, something like the Girl Scouts of America didn't exist, because it clearly did. But who the fuck cares? Let the girls in. And of course, the Boy Scouts got trashed because of it. And the Boy Scouts haven't done themselves any favors, especially when it comes to the nonsense in regards to the pedoisms that have been rumored to be run rampant in that organization, just like the Catholic Church. But of course, that hasn't stopped them. Now they've changed their name. They were the Boy Scouts, then they were the Boys and Girl Scouts, then they were the Scouts of America, now they're Scouting America. Okay? So what changes? Well, now they want to be more diverse. They want to be more inclusive. They want to have people join to be their authentic selves. AKA, let's allow the trans mentals to come in. And another reason why we can't have good things. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. Boy Scout movement now trans-friendly, authentic self group. Oh, that was so many, many moons ago. The Boy Scouts of America changing its 114-year-old name again, according to a statement from the tech sector CEO who runs the fabled organization. Tech sector CEO. Anyway, it seems to be a bit to deny the reality that boys are boys and girls are girls. The new sexually neutral name, Scouting America, will send a really strong message to everyone in America that they can come to this program and they can bring their authentic self, said Roger Crone, president and CEO. Crone's authentic self phrase matches language used by the trans mental activists who oppose the public recognition of boys and girls and women and men and have different needs and desires. The pro-trans mental activists insist that their young children can create individual sexual personas and genders regardless of their male or female nature. What God gave them, no, we don't care about you, God. We're going to do what we want to do. Quote, they can be who they are. They can be welcomed here, added Crone, who until recently was the chief of Leidos, a consulting company in defense and healthcare. Yes, because the transition from that to running a Boy Scouts is the same, right? The Scouting Organization's National Executive Board also includes other business leaders. Crone suggests that the organization's focus on boys hinder recruitment at a time when more young boys are spending time glued to their semi-addictive social media machines. Well, with that, he's got point. But let's hear it from the man himself.
sends this really strong message to everyone in America that they can come to this program, they can bring their authentic self, they can be who they are, right, and they will be welcomed here. The argument that I make with the people that say, well, I always like Boy Scouts of America or BSA, why do we have to change? Go, membership is at historic lows, right? Part of my job is to reduce all the barriers I possibly can.
Do you
for
wonder
people
why
to accept us as an
enrollments are
organization
down?
and to join?
Seriously, dude. You're a CEO. Do you not know why recruitment's down? Come on. Fucking genius. The scouting organization was created in 1910 to encourage urban boys to channel their physical energy and hiking and camping. The focus recognized that young boys are different from young girls and provides highly successful as urban parents wanted their boys to build competence and confidence. But times have changed, of course they are. And the organization, accepted gays in 2013, validating gay leaders in 2015, huge mistake, and welcomed girls in 2018, the Associated Press reported on May 7th. After a high point of the last decade, over 2 million members in 2018, the organization currently services just over 1 million youths. Yes, it's tanking. And you're wondering why? Including more than 176,000 girls and young women, membership peaked in 72 at almost 5 million. 1972. We got to go back 50 years to have a highlight that good. Wow. The organization's decision to ignore differences between boys and girls was cheered by some adults, the AP reported, because of course they were. Crone doubled down on the ideological claim that there are no significant differences, often described as gender differences, between the boys and girls. Though our name will be new, our mission remains unchanged. We are committed to teaching young people to be prepared for life, Crone said. This will be a simple but very important evolution. We seek to ensure that everyone feels welcome in scouting. Membership is at historic lows, right? Part of my job is to reduce all the barriers. Crone also suggests that the scouts should respect each other regardless of motives and merits. Scouting America provides a welcoming, safe environment where youth can become their best version of themselves. Yes, live your best life by learning from and respecting each other, he said. However, the scouts' long-standing recognition of competition among boys and sexual distinctions between boys and girls has been an attraction for millions of young boys who prefer to avoid female company, oversight, and conflict. Moreover, very few young boys claim to be trans-mentals, suggesting that the group will gain few new members of the trans-mental-friendly policy. The eclipse of the Boy Scouts was touted by the journalists eagerly to celebrate its new inclusive nature, denying the popular and useful recognition of men and women and boys and girls are equal, different, and complementary.
The Boy Scouts have a standard. You must be a biological boy to be a Boy Scout. You have to be a boy to be a Boy Scout. In the name Boy Scouts.
Again, we just can't have good things. We just can't have nice things. You know, we just can't have. Remember, there used to be all men's clubs. Or how about the days when Al Bundy used to have the No Ma'am Club? Remember that? That was good times. It was just Al and Jefferson and, hanging with their friends. And of course, ridiculing the women. Those were good times. But of course, things have changed. And of course, things have gotten worse. So you went from the Boy Scouts from 1911 all the way to 2013 when you allowed the gays in. And then you allowed gay leaders in 2015 because, how did that go? Yeah, didn't that work out well? There wasn't any lawsuits or anything like that, were they? And then you allowed the girls to come in 2018. Once again, let me emphasize that there was the Girl Scouts of America already enshrined. It was there to begin with. The girls had their own troop. There was no reason to file suits or anything to allow girls into the boys' club. But yet, again, we can't have nice things. So now it's come to this. So now we're allowing the trans-mentals in. And now, of course, they think it's going to be a very small percentage that's going to show up. It's not going to disrupt anything, because we changed the name. So instead of calling it, the Boys and Girl Scouts of America, if you wanted to keep it that way, no, we can't have that. We got to have Scouting America because we need to be more inclusive. No, you're just being more stupid. That's what it comes down to. You wonder why that your enrollment is in the dumpster. This is ridiculous. The CEO is a clown. He's a clown. The guy's not even a Boy Scout. The guy has no history of being a Boy Scout. And yet, let's put the guy in charge. You know, this is so familiar. You know, this is so familiar. Well, you know what? Hey, you know, we're going to allow, you know, anybody to just come in and do what they want, you know. Yeah, were you a Boy Scout? No. I was a CEO of a engineering and energy company. But you know about Boy Scouts? Of course I do. This again, I can totally understand why parents don't want their boys involved in this shit. It's total shit. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is what's next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. We thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you next time. Peace.